Happy March 12th, everybody. This is the 11th segment of the J Scura show, where he is telling us all about RFID chips, the JFK conspiracy, the Bilderberg Group, the Federal Reserve, the polio vaccine creating cancer being weaponized by the CIA and due to be delivered to Castro via Oswald, but that didn't end up happening. In any case, we just heard that the 2,000-page healthcare bill that passed Congress, that still needs to pass the Supreme Court, has a provision in there, section 25, not 21 or something, that if you do not have an RFID chip, the insurance that you are being forced to pay for as a giveaway to the insurance companies to get them some more income will not have to be covered because you don't have a radio frequency emitting diode in your arm that is going to create some cancer tumors, and how dare you? So we don't have to treat you. But like I said, it hasn't passed the Supreme Court yet, so with a little bit of help, we might be able to stop that thing from going through. Alright, have a beautiful day. This is Life at 55, Mike Island, and we're about to get back to the show. Here we go. And remember, love your neighbor, because you are your neighbor. You are everything, and everything is everything. Here we go.
What's the solution? Do you even, is it screwed up? Is it too big? Is it too far down the road? Can it be stopped? Is it just going to be a long grinding battle a la Terminator and the war against the machines, which obviously these people are more machine than people because there doesn't seem to be a lot of humanity in them?
No, they're quite ruthless, as you can see. I really don't know. All I know is this: they fear us, the great unwashed, like they think of us as, or the barbarians, because there's a lot of us. And
well, yes, so there are many more of us than them. So, John, we're just down to a few minutes here, but I'm just trying to get as much out of you as I can, because this is so excellent. The education system, the deliberate dumbing down, you didn't use that expression, at least not that I read, I'm using it. Mm-hmm. Deliberately dumbing down our children.
Well, it's certainly the truth. I mean, that's exactly right. Experts in the field of education noted the sea change in the American public education over the last 20 years. And it's their opinion, not mine, theirs, that it's not about education anymore, it's about indoctrination. They are trying to get the kids to think in terms globally of, not of the United States. They are trying to diminish the importance of the family as opposed to the state. You know, they're teaching kids to depend on the state, not the parents. And they're basically preaching atheism. They're stamping out religion pretty hard in the public education system. So, well, what we have here is, again, a lot of this funding comes from the Rockefeller foundations and stuff like that. Goes into education, and all of a sudden you have, federal bureaucrats telling teachers how they can teach. And that's what's going on right now.
Yeah, they're taking the lunches away from kids and determining that chicken nugget things and so forth are much healthier than what the parent prepared for the child. They're just trying to diminish the family completely. More control. It's about control. I didn't know.
It started with women's suffrage. The Rockefellers are behind getting women to work because why should they have to pay the man solely twice what they can pay the man and wife together to raise a family? It's not like you need a mom home to raise the kids, right? No, the plan was to get the women involved. This way, now you double the workforce, effectively bringing down the amount of money that you have to pay somebody to do something, because because there will be somebody else that's willing to do it for less. That's what we have now with all the illegal immigrants. Nobody's getting raises. Everybody's taking a pay cut because there's so many people that need work, because the work that normally would be done by these people are being replaced by illegal immigrants with fraudulent Social Security numbers that are willing to do the job for half the pay. So now everybody who runs things, they get to pay even less. But it used to be that middle class meant that just the husband had to work. I'm sure you remember back when you were growing up, besides my niece and nephews, that your mom didn't work. And you were middle class, and your dad busted his ass, and he made enough money to pay for everything. I got a neighbor that thinks he and I are both 1%ers. I said, are you out of your mind? We hit an alarm clock in the morning. The 1%ers do not have to get up. They don't need that money enough to get up in the morning. They may choose to, but they don't have to. If either one of us didn't have our wives working, we would not be living in our houses. That is not even middle class, let alone 1%. So let's just remember that. Middle class, when they started the minimum wage, middle class was one man, one income household, able to pay their bills and do some things. But now the middle class, apparently you need at least 2 incomes, and then they're going to convince you that you're middle class, even though if raised with inflation, minimum wage would be $15 an hour at the least. That was a couple of years ago. So being that everybody's pay is based on the minimum wage, and they kept the minimum wage down, it is now at least half what it should be. So is everybody else's income. But don't worry, you're middle class, right? Yeah, we're all middle class with 2 income families, and still having to stress how we're going to pay those bills. All right, here we go.
This chapter in your book either. Why, in your opinion, is that border still wide open down there on the southern border? Why is that border open?
Well, first of all, the federal government won't do anything about it. That's been going on since, before Bush. So you can't blame it on Democrats or Republicans. I mean, they just won't use our, the forces that we have, like the National Guard, to patrol the border. A lot of the blame has to go with American businesses who, are just looking for cheap labor.
That's what they're supposed to do.
If they wanted to solve this problem, they should come down on the American businesses and fine them heavily when they're using illegal aliens. That would end the problem, but they won't do it.
I'm not trying to put you on the spot here, but I want to ask you something. That we were talking about why Bilderberger's not on the list, but Slim, he's Mexican, isn't he? Does that not count?
Who?
This Carlos Slim is listed by Ford, according to this email. I'm not able to verify it at this moment, so I may be just blowing hot air here.
Oh, I really am not familiar with him, so I
don't know him either. I'm going to look at him while we go forward a little bit.
Yeah. I would like to answer that one email that you read, saying that we are foisting paranoia on people. I really want people who read this book not to take anything I say without checking it out themselves. We have the greatest research tool in the history of mankind now with the internet. So anything that you doubt or question in the book, please look it up, because I already did. I'm not making this stuff up.
No, that's obvious that you're not.
Yeah, it's there, and they can find out for themselves.
Yes, and we always recommend that you do this. That is why guests who come on this program are welcome to say what they wish. However, the Coast audience is really finely tuned into research, and if they hear something that doesn't sound right, they will go down the mine shaft and find the flaw.
Yeah.
Of course, some of them are also misinformation agents, or time wasters, as I call them, who just try to take up space on the show so that somebody sending out important information will be silenced.
And I really want them to do that. You shouldn't believe everything you read, or really anything you read. If you doubt it or question it, look it up.
That's absolutely true. What would you like to leave us with tonight? Anything at all?
Well, I wish I could offer a solution to this, but these men are so powerful now, and their plan is so far along that I don't have any magic wand that I could suggest to people, except just to know it. Read the book, learn what's going on, and that's the first step. Knowledge is the first step.
Yes. Well, it's interesting because this, I just see a little hot flash here. Greece officially defaults, UK prepares for Euro collapse. That's Saturday, March 10th.
Mm-hmm.
It's new. BBC report that even the UK government issued a red alert warning just yesterday, running the headline, UK must prepare for the collapse of the euro. If this happens, how will that affect us?
Well, I don't know if it's going to affect us that much. It would be a disaster for the people that I've written about here, these oligarchs, because their jewel is the European Union. I mean, they are so pleased with themselves for having succeeded in creating that. You've got this ridiculous situation now in Greece where they're taking money to be bailed out, but at the same time they're being dictated to by some walloon in Belgium. Telling them, this is going to be your prime minister. We'll pick him. That type of thing, and it's just a sign of the erosion of national sovereignty. Once once they get their hooks into you, they give you money, you're indebted to them. You have to do what they tell you.
J Scura, I really appreciate your being on the program tonight. Battle Hymn, Revelations of the Sinister Plan for a New World Order. Pick up the book. John, please come back and visit us again sometime, will you?
Thank you, John. I certainly will.
Evil exists.
When I was working for the deli at 15 years old, I got a ride in a 911 Porsche around this turn. The guy was doing 60, I swear. Yeah, Yokohama 8008s. I don't know how he was doing 60, because I do it with the Porsche, and I'm still not getting 60. It's a tight turn around there. But somehow, that is how I remember it. It was a pretty awesome Porsche. He had to set it up nice. But I don't really think that I could possibly be remembering 60 being the right speed, because 60 is really, I mean, it's too tight a turn. I don't know how it was 60. I can barely do 60 around my turn, and that's a big one, down exit 72. Anyway, so there you have it. I will let him wrap it up.
Vigilance, it will not prevail. But we all have to be constant gardeners, because those weeds will always return. Meet me next Saturday at the usual undisclosable location. Until then and beyond, be well and John.
Be well, get it? Because that's his name, John. Be well. All right. So that's the end of that. My day is now done. I appreciate you spending time with me. If anybody made it to the end, congratulations. I don't know that anybody actually is making it to the end of these, but mostly that's probably because I'm not actually trying to get anybody to. I am merely recording these shows so that I'll always have access to them. And I'll always have a recording of my day and the things that I did, even if sometimes I don't remember exactly what the date is. But it is the 12th today, and it is a beautiful day, and I just wanted to wrap it up. Alright, see the beautiful clouds we have, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what's going on, because it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Whether it be sunny or rainy, we need the water, because everything needs to be hydrated. Alright, I love you guys. Stay to the code. Everything you breathe, eat, drink, say, do, think. It's the only thing you need to worry about. And drink half your body weight in ounces of water, and add plenty of trail mix to that. Alright, I love you. LIVIN, OW. See ya.